Many eyes from the motorsport world are on this young driver at the moment, and Ferdinand Hasburg certainly proved why with his performance in the Asian Le Mans Series, taking the championship with the number 26 G drive. That was a great performance from all of you, actually, wasn't it, Ferdy?
Yeah, it was really cool. We kind of capitalized on our sort of straight out the box kind of pace in Dubai, and then also we got quite lucky in the races. So it was actually pretty straightforward races for us. And then when we went to Dubai, it changed a bit. Our competition certainly sharpened their tools a bit, and it all got a bit close at the end. But we kind of just had the confidence and the fun within the team. So to win the championship was certainly cool. But I think the best thing was kind of the gelling we had, and also the experience I gained.
And actually, that's it. How valuable was that for you as a driver to get that experience in the time when not so much racing is happening?
Extremely. I mean, fortunately for me, the car is reasonably similar to a DTM car, so the speeds feel very similar. It's just a different driving style and also a whole different approach going into an endurance program. But overall, I'm just kind of having fun with it. That's always my number one priority, is to enjoy it. And I've got to be. I was surprised at the things that I ended up enjoying more than others. So because it's just a completely different sport nearly. So I'm learning a lot of stuff and finding my strengths in new places.
What opportunities has this brought for you already?
Yeah, so now I have. I'm announcing that I am racing for WRT in the WEC program. It's obviously a team I'm very fond of and also know very well from last year in DTM. And we've had some great successes together. So my race engineer last year is my race engineer this year. So we're very, very psyched. And he early on sort of saw that there was quite a bit of potential in me in DTM and was very upset when the DTM program ended because it meant we couldn't do another year together. But then somehow the universe spoke, and Vincent had announced he's doing WEC. And as soon as I heard it, I was like on the phone with him, like, you got to have me back, please. And I called often enough so that at some point he went, all right, fine, come on. And he took me on board, and I'm very psyched to be joining a friend of mine, Robin, who's just, for me, an absolute top-class driver, and sort of the young silver driver, Charles Mallacy, who I got to know a little bit at Daytona.
And I understand that also it's brought other opportunities your way.
Yeah. So whilst I was in Asian Le Mans, I kind of got very unwell with Stuart and Sam, who run the team at Algarve Pro. And whilst I was there, it's clearly just a good bonding feeling. And they asked me if I was interested to do ELMS. And so that's also the latest news, is that I did a deal out in the Emirates to join the team for the European Le Mans Series, which is where they're just really strong, really good. And I've seen what they are capable of, and in Asian, and hopefully that they enjoyed working with me as well, saw what I'm capable of. And so that's really cool. I've got two exciting teams, two things coming up, and plenty of racing, to be fair, more than I ever thought I would be doing this year, which is awesome.
So 2021 Asian Le Mans Series, tick, you've got that. You've now got ELMS and WEC, which of course includes Le Mans as well. You couldn't ask for better right now, could you?
No, yeah. I mean, the only thing that I was really bummed about so far was the Daytona race, was when the gearbox failed after 1 hour, because I really felt in my heart we could have won that as well, because we were just had a strong lineup. But that we've made it all up for winning straight away 2 races in Dubai, winning the championship and Asian Le Mans Series, giving a lot of confidence to start the season with. And yeah, I mean, I sleep pretty well when I go to bed thinking there is a genuine chance I might be able to call myself world champion by the end of the year. I've never really had that chance before in my career that I could say that is a possibility. And also to win the European Le Mans Series, which is just so incredibly competitive, with a team that I've grown so fond of. So it's a new season for me, like obviously new cars for me. But I know the team well at WRT, and I've gotten to know Algarve Pro. So even though it's all new for me in a way, I'm still sort of joining families that I feel like I've interweaved quite well already with.
So single seaters, you ever going to go back?
It's so funny, people ask that question, and like anybody can always has to say that you're never going to know. I think I've found a passion for sports car racing. It started like 3 years ago when I went to Daytona for the first time, and back then I was still very much dead set on trying to go to Formula One, which is, you know, you never ignore like that sort of special side that Formula One does have, but you still also always think about Le Mans, and that's always been in my head as well. So I've ticked the box in DTM. That was really important, and a huge step for me. And when the opportunity came to join WRT to go to Le Mans and go to WEC, yeah, it definitely, as a racing driver, it tickles your fancy a little bit.
I was reading your biog before this interview, and I didn't realize, I mean, I remember the incident, Macau 2017. Now I've got to tell you, Alan McNish and I were watching that race as we sat on a balcony in Bahrain, because it was WEC final round at the same time, watching, oh my God, that epic battle. And I know you've probably spoken about it loads before, but that's actually where Vincent Voss, the boss of WRT, first found you, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was one of the first guys that like came up to me and tried to console me, because Vincent is such a cool guy. He's such a old school racer, like a true racer. It's not just a business for him. It's like his heart and passion is involved in it, which is why it's such a pleasure to race in his team. And he just, I don't know, when we spoke about it, it just kind of, we had a similar reaction of just like, giving everything is something that, you know, you can always say that you gave everything in that quality, or you gave everything in that, but sometimes when it comes down to it, you either go for it or you don't. And when you do, it's something definitely to be proud of, even if it goes well or not, because it's totally changed my career, or like changed my life in many ways. So certainly a day I won't forget for very long.
Well, I think we're going to be seeing lots of you, and as you say, there is an actual realistic chance of becoming world champion, which is just awesome for you. I'm really pleased. Thanks very much.
Thanks. Thank you. Cheers.